Alright, so where were we? Hey, what do you think of this shit? You like this story? You a big fan of, Aura Channeler Chris? Well, here's a fun fact for you. This is the 4th part, and we're halfway through the first chapter. There's many ways to go, as you can see. That doesn't make sense. Whatever. Okay, where was I? Grimacing at the weird order, Lucario looked down at him. Why? I'm calling Nintendo. Ellipsis. Give her the phone. Give her the phone. Ellipsis again. Lucario! Chris, I don't think they know about this, Lucario said, looking away from his trainer's simple yet piercing glare. What are the chances of them knowing about this? Then let me call a ghost hunter. Or aura hunter. Oh, Chris shook his head. What am I saying? They really don't know about this. There are no ghost hunters in this world, or anywhere, Lucario said. Tell that to Bill Murray. Chris gave him an awkward look. You started it, Lucario shot back. His trainer sighed. Despite the warning Lucario had given earlier, the duo approached curiously to the Wii. Well, do you think it's time to get a new one? Chris asked. It's going to be a real drag getting all that time spent on the games we achieved 100% completion. That would be for the best, Lucario said. Besides, I do look forward to replaying games with you. Chris smiled. That's a really nice thought, he said. With you around, it's always bound to be an enjoyable experience. Just get a fucking room. Gah! Lucario growled proudly and nudged his muzzle against Chris's face. The teen chuckled heartily as the aura Pokemon playfully rubbed the tip of his penis on his black hair. Chris then rubbed... It says nose, actually. Chris then rubbed the aura Pokemon's chin with affection. The Lucario looked up with eyes closed, growling with pleasure. This is so weird. Unlike many Lucario, this one completely enjoyed the idea of being groomed as proof of their strong bond. It gave him a powerful, proud feeling that he cherished a lot. The two never saw that the Wii shook violently in front of them. In slow motion, the Wii suddenly shot a faint image over their happy team. Once a big shadow loomed over them, the two smiling characters looked up just in time to see the two heavy figures appropriately crushing them both on the floor. What? Whatever happiness had taken place before was crushed down along with them. Under the two foreign bodies, Chris's right hand stuck out, its fingers wide open as if trying to reach out for outside support. I had a good run. I had a good run, Chris muttered under the bodies. The bodies were not normal. They weren't normal people, but rather two huge disembodied white gloves, a right glove and a left glove. From the looks of things, the two gloves were pretty much alive and kicking, judging the fact they both were groaning in pain. The right glove lay down on top of the left glove. Oh my. Unaware that they had seemingly killed the only two owners of the house they had entered without previous warning. Where are we, brother? The left glove under the right glove asked casually, looking around its surroundings. Hey, guess what? We made it to the real world after all, and here I was thinking we were going to end up somewhere nasty like a hot sauna with naked men. The right glove on top... I'm not even kidding, that's what it actually says. That's not me screwing around or anything. The right glove on top floated up, looking around the room. The walls had multiple posters of several video game characters that he knew very well. Oh, good, he said. It looks like we got into the right place at the right time. The left glove was lying down upside down on its back. Check this out, he said as he felt rumbling under his body. This room has a massaging floor. The right glove looked down at him. The floor isn't even shaking, he pointed out until a loud roar came under his companion. He backed away at the intensity of the roar, seeing that the window behind his wrist shook. What in the... that deep, gruff voice? Sounds kinda familiar, the left glove said as blue aura shone underneath its body. But this one sounds a hell deeper. Wait a minute, he said as he looked at the blue aura down below. What the... An infuriated Lucario stood up to his full height, lifting the big left glove up with a flaring right hand. Growling, the Lucario tossed the left glove aside to let his trainer gasp for breath. "Air, oxygen, how much I missed you both," Chris said in relief as he got up with his Lucario's help. The two parties then stared at each other, falling in silence. "Oh." The right glove stared long at the towering Lucario. "Oh my." "Goodness," Chris muttered, staring up at the floating glove. There was no doubt. Chris and Lucario saw before their eyes none other than Master Hand and Crazy Hand. The two bosses were not even in their minds, thinking other things that took much more importance. The two gloves had come out from Chris's own Wii for sure. There was no other explanation. Then Chris remembered something crucial. "Wait a minute, aren't they supposed to be bad?" he asked and hid behind his Pokemon. "Lucario!" Grrr! Lucario growled furiously as his body caught up with a powerful aura. His eyes even glowed yellow. Oh, this is going to be difficult actually, because I had voices for the left and right gloves, but I don't know which one's which. Which one's right glove, which one's left glove? Let's find out. So wait. So, I'll just look at Master Hand. Okay, so, okay, so the Master Hand is the right hand, and the Crazy Hand is the left hand. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, where was I? Master Hand screamed in a high-pitched voice as he saw the Lucario holding out his open palm, creating a rather big aura sphere that violently shook with destructive power. "Ah!" Master Hand screamed. "Calm down. We're not bad, I swear," Master Hand pleaded. "We're in dire need of help. Please don't let that dog of yours blast us." It was incredibly weird to see someone like a big floating hand begging for mercy. Through his yellow eyes, Lucario's mouth opened a bit as he detected that the two hands' auras were blue instead of red. However, he didn't want to take any chances. The Lucario couldn't read their thoughts, as there was some sort of mind lock that prevented him from dwelling in their minds. He could break that lock apart if he put in some extra effort, but it was obvious to him that they had no ill intentions. Thus, Lucario's intense aura faded away for a second time, along with the big aura sphere. Seeing this, Chris asked, "Lucario, why did you—" "They have blue auras!" Lucario interrupted. "Blue auras?" Chris trailed off. He remembered that Lucario taught him a bit about auras. Blue auras belong to good people, red auras belong to bad people. Therefore, if the gloves had blue auras, it meant that they were good people. They're good then." "Yes," Master Hand said, making the two look at him. "Geez, how lucky we are that there was another Lucario in this world." But he stared at the wary Lucario. "How on earth did this one get here?" Feeling that situation looked awkward, Chris sighed. I don't think this is a good place to chat," he said. He felt unsure around the two gloves inhabiting his house. "This is a very extremely confusing event to me. Very extremely." "Ha, we think alike," Master Hand said, looking at the worried teen. "But it looks like it's going to be safe to explain everything to you two. I assume the initial shock of having a big Lucario like the one you have makes things easier for the two of us." "Not really," Chris admitted. "He at least looks like a person. You two, on the other hand—" Crazy Hand floated up, startling the teen. "Other hand, we've got a second brother?" he asked, sounding excited. Master Hand chuckled nervously as the duo stared at them with weird looks. "Before we move, let me tell you this. He's my insane brother," he said. "He's technically the only person I can look after to avoid feeling alone, you know. He drives me crazy many times, but we're still brothers." Crazy Hand turned around and looked at them. "Oh, hello," he said, forcefully shaking Chris's hand with 2 fingers. Lucario's glare stiffened. "Nice to meet my first human from the real world. We're gonna be best friends forever." His brother slapped his wrist. "Stop that," he hissed. "We need to make a good first impression." "Whoopsie-daisy," the insane hand said. "Sorry." Master Hand looked at them with a frown. "Look, just don't get too close to him, or else you might experience severe massive damage one way or the other," he said. Severe massive. This guy likes his adjectives. Chris cautiously moved behind Lucario. That seemed like a good place to stop.